Today we are taking a look at a couple products from Jeda. You may have heard of them before. They make some really high quality gear. The first one here I'm pretty excited about is a USB hub that goes in the center console. And the second one is going to be this wireless charging pad. So let's start off with this. I do gotta say thank you to Jeda for sending these out. There are discount codes for these. For the wireless charging pad, it's DirtyTesla. You can get $15 off. For the hub, it's dirtyjeda. You can get $5 off. And if you buy both and use the code dirtybundle, you actually get $30 off. A little behind the scenes for you guys. A lot of sponsors do offer commission, but whenever they offer it, I ask, if I don't take commission, can the discount codes be higher? And Jeda did that for you in this case. So I don't get commission if you use those codes, but you can save a little bit of money. So let's start off with the wireless charger here. This is something I think everyone should have. And I actually do have one already back here. But this one is a little better, and we'll find out why in just a second. Really nice packaging here. Let's check out what's inside. Wow, that really pops right when you open the box. So this is the charging pad. This is the back of it. And here's the front. So what I really like about this charging pad is, of course, you have the two sides, which a lot of them do, but you also have one down here. So if you want to lay your phone sideways like this, you can do that. And one reason I wanted that is because since I've lowered my screen, I can't see my phone over here as well. And especially at a supercharger, I like to put my phone there with my Tesla app up so I can watch the battery charging as I'm playing a game or watching something on the screen. So it'll be nice to be able to put my phone sideways and be able to see it again. There are also slots down here in case you want to keep your wired charging. You can do that as well. And then, of course, in the box, they give you a couple of USB cables so you can plug this in. The only negative here is that they didn't give you any splitters. So if you do pick this up, make sure you pick up a splitter. Otherwise, both ports are taken up and you can't have a flash drive or an SSD or whatever for Sentry mode. Now, if you pick up this hub, that'll take care of that for you. But if you're only going for the wireless charger pad, you'll want a splitter. Okay, so if you've never done a wireless charger or changed anything here, just so you know, this just slides off to the left. You can take that off. And this is how you access anything down here. If you want to put USB cables here, or if you're still stock, if you like just picked up your car and you have these cables here, this is how you get them out. So now removing my old one, I just have to pick this up and unplug. And this one, unplug. It should just come right out. So now that that's out, you can see I have this huge mess down here of a bunch of stuff. And one thing is my GoPro. That's where I keep that while I'm driving around. But you can see all these other cables. I have my pure Tesla USB drive right here, just kind of dangling. So I do have these splitters here. You can see. So I do have these splitters here like I was talking about. These actually came with my last wireless charger, so that was a benefit of that. So I'm going to take these out, and I'm actually going to set up the hub before I continue the wireless charger installation, and we can see how that looks. So we're cleared out in there. Let's unbox the hub and see how that looks. There it is, nice and simple. It's pretty light, a little lighter than I thought it would be. But this just shoves right back in there, and these two just fit right into the car's USB ports. And then on the front, you now have two USB ports here, two USB-C ports. And if we take this piece off, it's just held down there by a magnet, which is really nice. You have this additional area here where you can put your flash drive or your SSD or whatever. And really nice of Jeda on this one to give you this USB-A to USB-C, because if you have like the Samsung T5, that's a really popular device people use for Sentry mode, you're ready to go. You can just stick it right in there. This is also a magnet back here. So you can see they gave you this piece of metal that you can stick to your hard drive if you have that. But for me, I have a USB drive. Let's see if it fits in there. I'm not so sure. So it does fit in there. It took just a little bit of work, but no big deal. That's nice and hidden and stored away now. So I'm going to just keep this metal plate in here just in case I ever change up what I'm doing, but I don't plan on doing that. So this is the pure Tesla drive with an SD card. Either using an SD card or an SSD, that's pretty much what everyone recommends. And then again, this is just a magnet, so I can just place it on there, and that's stuck. All right, I'm in the middle of editing this video, and I'm like, duh, why didn't I try to put my Sentry mode stick in these, because it has USB-C. So first of all, it's a lot easier to remove this than I showed you before. So if you just click that, you can then just grab it. So very easy. Now let me put this in there with USB-C, and we can see if Sentry mode will work through these ports right here. So now you can put it however you want. And, you know, not exactly what Jeda was aiming for you to do with that, but I don't know if you can see that little blue light blinking. And yes, there we are. You can see Sentry mode is working. You might not want it sticking out like that, but if you were to use it stock, like how Tesla has it, and just stick it in like that, that's how it would be. So I think I'm going to keep it hidden because I like it hidden, but you have the choice to use any of those USB slots. So I have my Sentry mode nice and hidden in here in case somebody were to break in the car and they knew about Sentry mode, which, you know, more people are learning about Tesla. It's hidden away at least a little bit more. I have 2 USB-As, 2 USB-Cs. Now I'm actually still going to use my splitter, and the reason for that is because I'm going to use this one for power for the wireless charger, the thinner cable, if you can tell from the video. This thin cable is for power, this thicker cable is for data, and I'm going to put both these in because then I can hook up my wireless charger to these, and I'll still have 2 USB cables left, one of which I'm going to use for my controller, and then the other one is just kind of free, ready to use for anything else I might have. So then installing this hub, it's a really tight fit so that it looks stock, and it looks really nice in there, and it keeps everything nice and clean. And just like that. So it actually fit really well, and look at that, it just is supposed to be there. It looks like it's meant to be there. Very nice. And then at this point I can either take this USB stick out, which will be just a little bit of a hassle, or I could just take the SD card out and read that, and that would be no problem. But we can see, if you look on the screen here, my Sentry mode is back and working, no problem there. And the hub is all set up, and I'll just give you another zoomed in view there. There it is. If I want to put this cover back on nice and easy with the magnets, it just gets sucked right on there, and it looks really good. So we back up, and that's what it looks like. Much cleaner than what I had with all the cables everywhere. Now it's going to get a little messier once I put my controller and stuff back. But now let's get the wireless charger installed. Okay, so here's the back of the wireless charging pad, and it's really nice they include these separate cables just in case. You know, I don't think anything like this would break, as it's something you just kind of set it and don't really mess with it. But if you did have a problem with the cable, which is the weakest point of all of this, very easy to just get another one and replace it. You don't have to replace the whole unit. So I did notice on the back here, there's a P on the left and P and L on the right. I don't know what that means. I looked at the website and I couldn't find it. If you know, let me know. And then after the cables are in the wireless charger, it just takes a little bit of pulling on these to get them through nicely. And once you're set there, it's all good. One thing I'll mention as I'm doing this is if you do want to use the USB cable along with the wireless charger, so you want to put one here to go through this spot, you do need a spacer from them, and that's an additional $15. I did not get that. I wouldn't use it. I'm only going to use the wireless. Okay, so we're all set here. To be honest, I had quite the tough time actually getting this in and getting the cables through. So I found it easier to set this on here and then just lift it up just a little bit and put the cables up through here and then plug it in over. So now that that's done, you can just put this on and slide it to the right, and now that's locked on there again. And then these can just plug into your power sources. If you got a splitter like I have here, then make sure if you have a thin and a thick cable, you put it into the thin cable. That's power only, and we should be ready to go. Oh, I'm recording with my phone. Let me do this part with the GoPro. And there it is, wirelessly charging. Hopefully you can see that right there. And then if I take it off, it stops charging. I can put it this way. And again, it says wirelessly charging. Same thing, same amount of time. And there's the other side charging, so we're all good there. So this is what it looks like under here with nothing else. We just have the 2 chargers, and I have 2 extra USB cables. If I close that, you can see that's what it's looking like. So overall, really nice. I love the hub here. I don't know if anyone else is making a hub like this, and if they are, Jeda was definitely the first to make it. And it's just really nice to have those USB-Cs just in case you need them. And the big thing for me is now my Sentry mode flash drive is hidden, so it might take an extra second for me to pull it out of there, but now I know it's safe and hidden in case anybody ever does break into my car. They have less of a chance of finding it now. So overall, I'm really liking these 2 products. The quality was great. The packaging was really nice. They are a little pricey compared to some other brands you'll find, but you do get what you paid for. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions, leave them below. The links will be in the description with the discount codes. Hope you enjoyed this one, and you will see my car in the next video.